Hi there. Welcome to this week's Ask Amy. I have been doing a lot of watching videos and role playing with a lot of you, and there's something that I wanted to share with you that has to do with just your patient financing, outside funding, basically three things that have occurred to me over the last couple of weeks that I think will really help you with your success and probably improve your opportunities of case acceptance with your outside funding. So the first thing is make sure that you're using friendly language. That term outside funding is really just an internal term that we utilize. It's not something you use with patients. When you say outside funding, that infers that it's outside of us, which obviously it is. Even things like a loan or a credit card or care credit, those are all kind of scary terms. Nobody's looking to get another credit card these days. That's not something people want to do. And so I think sometimes before we even get to the opportunity of having them fill out the paperwork and even see if they'll be approved, we scare them off a little bit with that language. So instead, try this. Say, hey, it sounds like you want to spread out your investment. We can do that. We have a lot of patients who've taken advantage of this great program or system that we have set up just for our patients. We have an expert that handles this for us, and for our patients with good credit, it's a great option. Okay, and so that's something that I think a lot of us want to kind of massage or work on so that you make it sound a little friendlier. It's under our umbrella. It's a system set up for you within our office. And if patients say, well, why can't you just finance me? Or can't I just make payments to you? I would say, that would be great. We would love to be able to do that. And in fact, we have done that in the past, but what we found is that doctor is a much better dentist than she is a banker. And so we have experts that handle that for us now. And quite frankly, it's a better deal for you. You can, anyway, that's sort of where we want to go with that. If maybe they've made payments to you in the past and you're doing more outside funding, this is, again, a great way to communicate that to them. So that's the first thing, is make sure you're using friendly, non-technical or logical language. And the second thing is make sure that you're letting the patient choose the amount. And what I mean by that is get rid of those darn charts. Don't pull them out in front of the patient, that have the big grid and show if you have this much to finance, you can do it over this term for this amount and this interest rate. Again, that's a logical tool. Okay, and so just like we're going to give the patient complete ownership for the health of their mouth, we're going to give them complete ownership for their finances as well. So when they indicate they want to make payments, I would say, great, what did you have in mind? Or what would be comfortable for you in terms of a payment? Okay, now unless they are just totally ridiculously unreasonable, if they're even close to what you feel may work, then I would say, you know what, let's look into that. I'll bet we could probably do that or come very close. And, let them choose, let them decide. If what they choose is not even remotely close to what you can do for interest-free, don't even go there. The interest-free options cost you more. And, there's no sense in even bringing it up if, it's a $20,000 case and they can only pay $150 a month. Okay, we know that's not going to happen. So that's the second thing, is give them ownership for their financial situation and let them choose the payment. Third thing is facilitate this process in the office. Don't count on them to go home and get online and do it, or send them home with a brochure. In fact, throw away the brochures. They are just simply a ticket out of your office. And, go ahead and facilitate that. And just let them know we can go ahead and get the ball rolling now. It just takes a few minutes. I would help them with that if you at all, possibly can. And what I mean by that is go ahead and you've got a good bit of that information. Go ahead and begin filling it out and ask them if they'd like help with that. Would you like for me to enter this for you into the online application? If when you get to the part where it asks for their income and mortgage information, you can ask them if they'd like you to do that, or you can put them in front of the screen and they can enter that part themselves. Or sometimes it even works great to get on the phone. Okay, we don't do that so much anymore, but if you have a good relationship with your outside funding company, heck, just let them know. Oftentimes we're going to have patients here in the office and we're going to want to go ahead and get quick approval. And can we just call you to do that? And then you can do that for the patient, hand the phone to them when the time's appropriate. And I think you'll find that works really, really well. Because see, here's the deal, that the chances of them following through with treatment are much greater when they've already figured out a way to pay for it. In fact, they may go through the approval process and decide, I can just use my own credit card. But the fact that they went through that process, that gets them further in the buying steps and buying process, and they're further down the road. Even patients who say, gosh, I think I'm going to go home and talk to my wife about this so we can sort of figure out how we're going to pay for it. If there's any indication at all that they want to make payments, then I would just say, it sounds like you might want to spread this out. We've got a great system here within our office. It allows us to do that, and we can get the ball rolling on that so that when you go home and talk with your wife tonight, you'll have that much more information to discuss, because again, even if they don't schedule, the chances of them following through are much greater if they have a way figured out to pay for it. So again, just to recap, number one, use non-logical language, use friendly language. Number two, let them choose the payment. Give them ownership for their finances. And number three, facilitate it in the office. Don't send them home with a brochure. Hope that was helpful for you today, and I'll look forward to next time. Bye-bye.